Hey guys, and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be talking about all the basics you should know about the cross-world team PK. First of all, I want to thank you guys. I basically yesterday made a video saying that I need an account to log on in one server in EU and one server in US servers to log into the cross-team PK because I don't have any more connections in the game and whatnot. And I'm overwhelmed, honestly. I thought I was going to get 2 people to tell me, yo, Kalai, come log my account and you can record and help me win and whatnot. I honestly got over 30. Honestly, over 30 people in a few hours, so it's absolutely incredible. And I got like kings, like the best kings in the game, like here, log my account, log this, from almost every server you can think of. There were people, so I want to thank each and every one of you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. So you guys know who you are. Everyone who offered me, thank you. You guys are absolutely awesome. None of you guys actually know me, and you guys are very trusting, and thank you so much to each and every one of you guys. Alright? And I covered your faces and names for your privacy. So thank you guys. And the list was so much more. Alright, so what you need to know about the event. So the event time, registration is from February 25th, so from now all the way to March 29th. And the event will begin on March 29th itself. So details about the events. So here's how it is. So basically you go on the website, right? And you register for the event. You sign up your team and your players and all of this. And you pay the money and put your screenshot and all those stuff. That when it's time, on March 29th, you basically, number 2, right here, you log into the tournament, and there's a server, right? They're going to create a specific server. You log onto that server with your team. That's how it was in the past, at least, right? You log onto the server. When you log onto the server, you just go make a team and join your teams and do the usual thing. And things that you should know is everyone who has a donation over 200kk. So if you're a king, you're an earl, you're a prince, you're whatever, duke, in that map, you're gonna be an earl. So everyone's an earl. If you're a prince, if you're a king, everyone has earl, right? The thing, I'm not sure if you have less than earl. I'm not sure if you have 200kk. Yeah, I don't think you'll be an earl. But if you're more than an earl, you're gonna be an earl for sure, right? So if you're a king, you're a prince, you are gonna be an earl. So everyone's gonna have the same kind of advantage if you're full plus 12 and an earl or more, right? So right now, if you're a server, if you have a king and you have a prince, and the two of them have crit, like the prince will in this map will be just as a king if he has crit. No difference between them. So so pretty much something else you should know is there will be over 5 GMs beside you watching the matches. So do you know that Team PK, the skill PK map, when you're sitting down, you'll see elephants, the blue elephants, GM sitting beside you watching the matches. They're there to make sure that no one uses programs. No one. I remember that the World Skill PK, there were like 8 GMs. And even the Elite PK, there were like 10 GMs, like beside you here. One GM was talking to people, one GM was here watching. Like, it was crazy. I never seen that many GMs before, so there's gonna be a lot of GMs. And that's good, to make sure no one uses any programs. And actually one time they disqualified a player who got rank 3, third rank. They pushed him out because he was cheating right on the spot. They saw him, he had a third party program, kicked him out. The person who got rank 4 became rank 3, rank 8, they pushed everyone up. Alright, so another tip for you guys is be patient, right? Don't reveal your team right now. You have 32 days. Like, I checked the thing right now and I saw like really strong teams, right? Like really strong, like El Jeffy and like Deja Vu and those people, they revealed their team. I was like, oh my god, why would you do that? It's like look, if the longer time people have to react to what they see, like 30 days is a lot of time. People can bring other people from other servers to team up. People can do this. People do whatever to win. People will copy your team. People are like, oh, they have those, so I'm gonna copy them. They have 2 ninjas, 1 monk, I'm gonna do the same, or this, or they're gonna like do a team to beat you. Why? Just if I was the team leader of my team and in charge, this is what I would do. I would go the last 2 days, the last 3 days to be safe. I wouldn't go the last day, 2 hours before. No, it's risky. What if it doesn't work? What if there's a bug? I would go 3 days before. That way I'm safe. I can register, no problems. If there's a bug, I can fix it the next day. Talk to the GM, fix it, register, and that doesn't give enough time for the person to react. The last 2 days is not enough time to transfer an account to bring them or whatever. Just reveal your team, right? That's just me, I guess. Alright, tips from experience. So pretty much I played in the World Elite PK tournament 8 years ago, so I know how it is. And I was about to, if I had won my last match, I would have been in the top 8, right? But I lost to the person who got 3rd place. So he took me, if I won that match, I would have been in top 8 or more. But the person who got rank 3, I fought him before I got to top 8, and he beat me, and I never made top 8. That was 8 years ago, right? And I also played Skill PK tournament 4 years ago, and I placed in the top 8. I think we got rank 5, but 5 doesn't count if you're top 8. If you're not rank 1, 2, or 3, you're just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're all top 8 basically. You guys know this. Alright, so what to expect, right? So in the world, elite PK and skill PK is very laggy, right? And there's a 2-second delay. So here's how it is, right? So pretty much, it's not like how it is right now in your server, right? So like if right now in your server you have 50 ping, right? You have 50 ping right now in your server. If you go to the world tournament, you're probably gonna have 150 ping. That's how it was for me, right? 150 ping, something like that. And the biggest problem is the delay. There was a 2-second delay last time, and me and my team were all frustrated. We're like, Palm Lock. That was before the Epic Ninja came out. All the teams were monks in the skill PK 4 years ago, and all my team members were like, the Palm will not come out. Like the Palm, like 2-second delay, like it will not come. We were all getting frustrated. Like we're all like screaming, like, God, it will not come out. The Palm is not coming out. The Palm won't come out, right? It was like this for us, but everyone else was experiencing the same thing. So it's even, right? But some people, so this is managed for people who have low ping, is you don't have experience playing those situations. Like my team, we're all Canadian Americans. We all have low ping. We're not experienced. We're all pissed off. We're used to chaining. If we don't chain, we get pissed off, right? We get frustrated right away. If I don't, like us, like at skill PK, we never got chains. We get like pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So we got pissed off. Our game was off, and all we weren't set to that. It's the advantage to those who are used to. So you have some Egyptians and those people. They're used to bad ping. They're used to the second delay. It's something new to them. It's like it's like them playing every day. So it's something new to them, and yeah. Be positive, right? So in the world, so a lot of you guys are probably gonna be like. So you're gonna be like, oh, I see El Jeffy team, and I see this team, and I see X-rated team in the EU servers, and I see Terra team. I have no chance. They're gonna kick my ass. Don't think that. Don't think that whatsoever. So from experience in World Elite PK and World Skill PK, the two winners, rank 1 and rank 2, were never the best, strongest team. Like before the tournament started, there's always a strong player, right? Like right now for the team PK or whatever, you're like Deja Vu, you're like El Jeffy's strongest, or in EU servers X-rated or Terror, right? You're like thinking those. Back then they were strong accounts, right? So everyone's like, oh, this person will win, this person will win. The strongest accounts or teams never made it. The strongest team, I think in skill PK, made it rank 3. Right? The team that people expected to win never won, never even got rank 2, they got rank 3, right? So anything can happen. The underdogs usually win rank 1 and rank 2, right? They're a strong team, but they're not the team thought to be the best and win this tournament, right? Anything can happen, so don't be discouraged, right? Here's an example. The World Elite PK winner in EU server, it's Pishu. And this person won 8 years ago, Elite PK in EU servers, right? Is this person the best player in the tournament? Hell no. Is this person the strongest account in the tournament? Hell no. Was this person very smart and had a strategy? Hell yes. Back then, 8 years ago, Ninja had just come out. Ninja had come out for a few months or a year, I believe, back then. And I remember this match like it was just yesterday, right? This person, he had a strategy. He had one strategy and he stuck to it. He was like, his account is designed to be a fire. So he went pure ninja and he put on a shield, right? And back then, no one used a shield. Is this the person who invented using a shield as on your second hand? Probably not. He probably saw it from someone else or something. But this is the guy that made it famous. This is the guy, like right now, all the monks you're seeing using a shield, they probably got that idea from this guy right here. This guy, I'm not sure if he invented this thing, but he's the one who made it big. When he won Elite PK and people saw his shield and saw his interview and saw all this stuff, they're like, oh my god, this guy, and they got that strategy from him. He was very smart. His plan, he knew that he wasn't the strongest account. He knew that he's not the best player, so he's like, what can I do? He thought of something outside the box, right? So it's like, okay, I'm a fire tail, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ninja, pure ninja. I'm gonna put on a shield so I have high defense so I don't die. I'm gonna poison star my enemies. I'm gonna fog my enemies, and I'm gonna thunder them and try to win by points or kill them by poison star and fog. And he stuck to his plan and he won. Again, he wasn't the strongest account and he wasn't the best player. He was the smartest though, and he had a strategy. And he was the underdog and he did win. When he won, they made a server after his name because he was the winner. The server Pishu EU was named after this guy. And also the guy who won a US server, World Elite PK, had a server under his name. Yu Kinsai or something from server Fury, I remember. Things to think about. if you're currently not always winning Team PK in your server, then there's a high chance you're not going to do so well. So in your server, if it's like a 50-50, like 1 week you win, one team, the other team win, you're probably not going to do so on this tournament. Let's be honest, right? In this tournament, it's the best of the best. Like, the best players will be on those accounts. The strongest accounts will be on those teams, right? So if you're not winning against your server, against the people in your... I'm not saying your server sucks, but you're playing against all US servers, or if you're in EU, you're playing against all EU servers, so... Yeah, the account and skill level is beyond normal in tournaments. Yeah, advice: don't have an ego and team up with your enemies if you have to represent your server. So look, if you don't have that strong of a team, right? Team up with your enemies. Don't have an ego like, oh, they're my enemies, screw them, I'm not gonna never team up with them. It's your server, right? If you win, you're gonna put your server on the map, and it's awesome. Like, winning this will be awesome. Like, this tournament might be the only tournament in like years before they do anything like this. So you're gonna have that name, right? You're gonna have that name like Pishu EU and like Yu Kansai and all those people who won like 8 years. I'm still talking about them right now. 8 years. So this is a big thing, right? So team up. Like, let's say you're a king, right? You have high crit. Your enemy has a king. Join him in your team. You have 2 good attackers, high crit, 2 kings or whatever. Good chi, good jang, all that stuff. And what's wrong with that, right? Team up. Don't have an ego and be like, oh, this guy's he's my enemy. He's insulted my family or this. Or team up with you be the man. Talk to your enemy and tell him about the idea and whatnot. Think about strategy. Pick one specific strategy and stick to it for the event. So pick one thing, right? Do you want to win by points? Do you want to win by killing the targets? Stick to it, to one thing, to avoid confusion. So don't be like, don't go into the event like don't be like, okay, we're gonna go inside, we're gonna try to kill the monk or whatever. If that doesn't happen, then we're gonna try to win by points. That doesn't work. Like I just told you about the Pishu guy. His only strategy was to win by points. Poison star the person, fog them, thunder the shit out of them. He focused on one thing, and that's what got him the win, right? Focus on one thing, right? If you want to win by points, just tell your team, we're going to win by points in every single match. That's our only strategy. You want to kill people, set your team for killing and make sure you can last a long match so you can kill the enemies or whatnot. So you have like 2 monks or whatever, or 2 ninjas, 1 monk, whatever the hell you want. Just like make a strategy, right? And stick to it so there's no confusion, right? Because if you start the match and like, okay, everyone's gonna go kill the monk, and then you can't kill the monk, then everyone's gonna be confused, right? Playing in a big event where there are GMs and thousands of players are watching live and later on video can be very stressful. Make sure you can play under pressure. Guys, look, you're not going to be playing in your server, right? You're not going to be playing in your server with like 30 people watching you, 40 people watching you, right? You're going to be playing in an event where there are going to be hundreds of people watching you. Thousands are going to be watching on video when I upload it, and other YouTubers upload it, and Conquer Online themselves, they have a GM as well. The GM is going to be uploading videos as well. They did that for the Skill World tournament. So the GM is going to be recording. I'm going to be recording. Other YouTubers are going to be recording. There's hundreds of players watching you. There's GMs watching you, and you're probably not the owner of the account. You don't want to let the team down. You don't want to let your friends down. You're going to be a lot of pressure. So you're not going to be in your server. No matter who you are, you're going to be scared. You're going to be in there. No matter who the hell you are. No matter if you have an ego, you think you're the best. You're going to be nervous playing. Trust me. So if there's confusion, you're confused about something, plus the pressure, you're gonna be in big trouble, right? So, like, don't overthink things. Don't overcomplicate things. Team strategy to consider. So every team combo has a weakness, but consider the best option. So no matter what team you pick, there's a weakness, right? So for example, this team, right? Oops, sorry. So the one on top, you have 1 ninja, 2 monks, 2 waters. This one here, you have 2 monks, so you're not gonna get shackled or whatever. You have 2 waters, so you're gonna last. But the problem is you're not gonna have points, or you have 1 ninja, so it's gonna be hard to kill the other monk or something. Not good killer. That's your weakness there. This one here can kill, but then you have 1 monk. If 1 monk dies, that's the weakness. So every team has a weakness, right? You have to find out what one has less weakness for you guys and go with it, right? So 1 ninja, 2 monks, 2 waters. That's very good strategy. Look, the majority of people are going to be going with the second one. They're going to have 2 ninjas, 1 monk, 2 waters, right? They're going to be going with those 2. So if the second team is fighting the first team, they have your enemy you have 2 monks, 2 waters, 1 ninja, right? Your enemies have 1 monk. Your 2 monks, it's okay for your 2 monks to die, right? If your 2 monks die, the enemy can only shackle 1 monk. He can't shackle the other one, right? Actually, hold on a second. But now you have the epic monk. and the epic monk can shackle 2 people at the same time, right? But I don't think anyone. No, the one monk is not gonna have the epic. The one monk is gonna have a shield. So yeah, so that's not gonna be into play. So yeah, so the 2 monks won't be shackled, so they can die as much as you want without having to worry. The 2 monks die together. The enemy will shackle 1 monk, and then your team will revive 1 monk as shackled, come back to life. But the problem with that team, the first team, is that you don't have strong killers, right? There's only 1 ninja dealing damage. Unless those 2 monks help you, unless those 2 monks are attacking as well, then you have a very good shot. That's a very good team if you have 2 monks that are attackers as well. 2 ninjas, 1 monk, 2 waters. It's risky. You have 1 monk, right? But if you have a very strong monk, you have confidence in him that he won't die. The 2 ninjas can comfortably just go there and try to kill the other monk and win the match, or to kill the 2 waters or whatever it is. Honestly, in my opinion, I find this one the best. 2 dragon warriors, 1 monk, 2 waters. You win by points, and I'm going to show you in a second how I do that. Alright, so here's a clip of one of my videos. In my team, basically, we have, let me freeze the video and show you. So basically, we have 2 dragon warriors, we have 1 monk, and we have 2 waters. So here's our strategy. See this monk right here, Einik? That's my prince monk. Basically, that's our only monk, right? So I'm a dragon warrior, and my friend is another dragon warrior, right? 2 dragon warriors, 1 monk, 2 waters. So the 2 dragon warriors, we're only following the monk. We're following him and protecting him. We're not going to kill anyone. Every jump the monk goes, we go. We jump with him. We jump behind with him, and we whirl. We basically use the dragon warrior skill. I forgot what it's called, the swift whatever thingy. The skill like Hercules almost. So I'm gonna refer to it as Herc. So we basically follow the monk and we Herc. We kill the ninjas. Any ninja that comes by us, Herc. The dragon warriors together, the ninja dies, revives. We do that again. And the best thing is, the 2 waters that we have the dragon warrior skill, so they give us stamina. And I'm a dragon warrior, I give my other dragon warrior stamina, and the other dragon warrior gives me stamina. So all match, we have 4 people that give us stamina. So we never lose stamina all match. Stamina is not a problem, so all match we just follow the monk and whirl. We don't let anybody touch him. Look at that. See the monk? He's right there. I'm following him. We just gave each other stamina. I had no stamina just then. See how we just killed those 2 monks? I'm following him. Wherever he goes, I go. See that? We're just following them. We're going. See how much we're killing them? The 2 dragon warriors? We're just killing everybody. See how much they're hitting our monk? We're just following the monk, protecting him. That's our strategy. Win by points, and at the same time we protect our monk, nobody touches him. Our monk is very strong, he never dies on his own. But just to make sure nothing happens to him, we follow him as well and keep him protected. We keep giving each other stamina every 10 seconds. We never lose stamina, never a problem. Very strong team. In my opinion, the best team possible for winning Team PK. Alright, so now we have the 3 ninjas, 1 monk, 1 water. This team right here, you have, it's very risky, right? Very risky, but it's also deadly at the same time. You have, and by the way, all those are just considerations, and just like things I thought of real quick and put them up. Nothing to really consider. So 3 ninjas, 1 monk, 1 water. It's very risky, right? Very risky. Your water dies, it's over. Your monk dies, shackles, it's over. But this team is very deadly. You have 3 ninjas. If you have 3 ninjas, strong accounts, and 3 good players that can chain together, they will kill the other monk, shackle them quickly. This the 4th team in the list is designed to win quickly. You have 1 minute to kill your enemies, or you're screwed. Your water probably has like a minute to stay alive on his own, right? Top. Because they're going to be on this, they're going to be like chaining your water, and your water doesn't have a lot of time. So you, as the 3 ninjas, you have to go and kill that 1 monk if they have 1 monk, or the 2 waters if they have 2 waters or whatever. Quickly, chain together. If you're really good players, 3 good players who chain together, who know each other well, go there, chain the hell out of the monk, get him shackled, win quickly. If you exceed over a minute, it's likely that your 1 water will die and you'll just be out of there. It's risky, but if you guys are good, then it's worth it. The last team, honestly, I said not recommended because I don't like this at all. 1 dragon warrior, 1 ninja, 1 monk, 2 waters. Honestly, I don't like 1 dragon warrior, 1 ninja. I like 2 classes the same. Either you play 2 dragon warriors or you play 2 ninjas together. I don't like that. 1 dragon warrior, 1 ninja. Doesn't work for me. I don't like it. This tournament involves luck. So basically, there's a lot of luck. It's not all about skills or counts. There's a lot of luck to it, right? So sometimes lucky time. Someone has lucky time. You hit the ninja, the monk, dies right away. You shackle him. That's lucky, right? Luck played into it. Also, lucky hits, chains. For example, you have 2 good players who keep chaining the guy, right? And then the 3rd player who sucks. By mistake, roll kicks in the air or whatever, and then the person ends up dying. So that was a lucky hit, right? So that you got lucky there. Or maybe you're lucky and the enemy disconnects or one of them lags. Also that plays a big part. Luck as well. Strategy gets ruined dependent on match time. What does that mean? That means luck is dependent on your strategy is dependent on time, right? No, sorry, strategy is dependent on match time, so that's luck, right? So look, what I mean with that. So if your team, if your team is designed to win by points, right? If you have a very strong team, a team that can get the top 8, you know that, like a very strong team, right? And you want to win by points, right? You want to win by points. You're gonna want to fight the very strong teams early on, the first match, the second match. Why? Because the time is less. If you want to win by points, you want the match to be short as possible. So the early matches, you get a bunch of points and the match finishes quick, right? And why do I say that? The teams that win by points usually have only one monk, right? One monk, the less time there is, the better, so that monk doesn't die. The longer time that there is, the more time, the more chance the other team has of killing that one monk. So if you want to be won by points, you want to fight the strong team as soon as possible. The first match, second match, third match. You don't want to fight them in top 8 because the matches are long. You don't want to fight them in the top last match, second match. You want to fight them late. You want to fight them early. If your strategy is to kill, you have 2 monks or whatever, you want to fight at the end. You want to fight the strong teams at the end because there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time for you to kill the monk. If you can't kill the monk in the first 10 minutes, okay. At the end, you have 5 extra minutes. It's okay, you have an extra 2 minutes at the end or whatever. So you want the match to be long as possible if you want to win by killing people. So all the matchmaking is luck, right? It's yes, I got a strong team early on, I can beat them by points. Yes, I got a strong team at the end, who I want to kill them. So matchmaking is luck, right? Also also specifically team matchmaking is luck because look, let's say there's a very strong, let's say there's a very how can I say this? Right, so let's say there's 2 teams, right? One team is very strong, right? And then the other team is not very strong, but you rather fight the team that's not very strong, the less stronger team, because for you, they're more trouble for you, right? So the very strong team fights that team that you hate, and the strong team takes it out. But then you fight the strong team, and you can easily take them out. So that's kind of luck. Like, for example, like 2 very strong teams, right? One has like 1 monk, and the other one has 2 monks or whatever. Matchmaking plays luck, right? You obviously rather fight one team rather than the other. So matchmaking is, you want those 2 strong teams to fight each other, so you can only get one of them to fight or whatever. So that's also luck. So luck plays a big part of it. It's not just skill or coordination or whatever. Luck is a big part of it. Practice. It's likely that the players logging on the accounts are all pros and they don't have experience playing with each other. So basically, people are getting very good players to log on their accounts because they want to win. Pretty much every team has. They're not the owners. They have pros logging onto the accounts. Right, I play too much with the pros, but yeah, good players, right? So you have one player maybe from this server, one player from this server playing for you, one server from this server playing. They don't know each other. They don't know their weakness. They don't know who's good at what or this. They don't know how they play with each other. Like, for example, like me and my friends, like Yuri or whoever, my close friends, I know them. I know Yuri can't play when he's like this, or I know Yuri can do this when he's like that, or I know that this person. Or Rocky. I know that Rocky can't play under pressure. I know Rocky can't play on Ninja when he can't chain when this happens, or he can't do this. We know each other, right? We know, so we can support each other. I'm like, oh shit, Rocky can't do this. I better step in and help him with this. Oh, Rocky will blah 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 this. I better jump in and support him on this. So you know each other. But when you're pros, right? You don't know each other. You're just good players getting on the accounts. You don't know your team members. You don't know anything. You're just going there playing, trying to kill or whatever. Play Team PK together every week, even if it's easy rank 1. Try to win quicker. You can always improve. So basically, get those players, right? Get all those players that are going to be playing for you. Get them all in one team and play for Team PK this week. Let them play Team PK after, even skill PK. Good practice. Let those guys who are going to be playing in the world tournament, in those. You might say, why do I need them in my own server? I can easily win myself without the pros logging on. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, you have strong accounts and you can win your server Team PK rank 1. But the point isn't to win rank 1. The point is for those guys to play together, to practice, to know each other's weaknesses and to know each other's disadvantages, so they can support each other, right? So let's say your server is really easy, Team PK, right? So you don't need those guys to log on. Let them log on, right? Instead of winning in 5 minutes, try to win in 2 minutes. Since you guys are so good pros and strong accounts, try to win in 1 minute. Why not? Just, you can always improve. There's always something you can improve on. Your timing, your revive, your just get those guys to play together, right? Or do team qualifiers together. Just practice as much as you can. Go into jail, all those things, and practice with each other. And talk to each other. Tell them, I can't do this. Like, be honest with each other. Tell each other all the things you're good at, the bad things you're good at, and all those things. Understand the weakness and strengths of your team members. We're talking about that. Talk to your team. Make sure that, yeah, so this is a big one. So make sure that you have one leader in the team that makes the calls, one decision maker to avoid confusion. Have one team member that's a team leader. That like a lot of people, like, they have teams like look, 5 people that no one is like a leader, right? So they're like, oh, should we join a monk? And the other person's like, I don't, maybe, yeah, sure we should, excuse me, sure we should join that monk. And then you have another person, they're like, oh, yeah, like, I ask you, like, okay, so you guys want to play this or this? And the other person's like, sure, okay, whatever works for you guys, it's fine. No, have somebody who has a leadership role, like somebody who calls, like, no, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have 3 months. We're gonna have this. We're gonna do that. No, and talk about all the planning strategy. One person talks, the others just like agree. Like, one person makes the decisions. When there's more than, like, the leader can, like, whoever the person in charge of the team is, can listen for options or whatever, but he's the person who makes the decisions. You need one person to do that, so there's no confusion, right? Because if there's 2 people who make the calls, some of your team members will listen to this person, one person will listen to that person. Get with your team, get one person to make all the decisions, all those things. It doesn't mean that your team can't have input. Like, you can't tell the team leader, oh, I think we should do this or this. It's fine, but one person who makes the final call, right? And the whole team should agree on one person. Talk through all the possible things that might go wrong, because chances are it will happen. Talk with your team. The leader that is going to be making the calls, talk with every possible thing that might go wrong. Remember, you're going to be playing, your nerves are going to be high. You're going to be nervous. GMs are going to be watching you, like I said. Hundreds of players are going to be watching you right away live. There's gonna be I'm gonna be recording it. GM's gonna be recording, so you're gonna be nervous, right? You're gonna be nervous. You're afraid to let your team down. You're afraid to let your friends down. So you want to win as best as possible, right? So here's what you should do. So talk about all the things that go wrong to decrease the stress. So, like, look, let's say like you guys are like, think you're like the best or whatever and this, and you're not worried. You don't talk through things. Let's say, why not just talk about things? Like, let's say, for example, your monk ends up dying. You have one monk, and your monk somehow dies, gets lucky timed, even if he's the best monk in the world. Let's just say he lagged, something happened, he died and got shackled. Your team's gonna be panicked. Oh my god, he died, we lost. You gotta talk about that. You gotta talk, okay, look, we have one monk. Before this the tournament starts, look, we have one monk, right? Let's say if the monk dies, this is what we're gonna do. The weaker water is gonna be beside the monk, waiting for him in case the other team unshackles him and shackles him again. One water has to, like a specific water has to be beside him at all times to revive him before the other monk shackles him. Because if the water runs up the map and the monk is alone, then they will unshackle him and shackle him again. So you gotta be planning that, or another water may be running around the other 2 attackers to make sure they get revived, or maybe the 2 waters are right beside the monk who is then shackled, and the 2 waters are clicking each other. So if one of the waters dies, they revive the other person. So, and vice versa. So if they kill this water, the other water revives her before the other one, in time for the monk to get unshackled and revive him. So have a plan. Talk through everything that might happen. What if one of the waters die? What are we gonna do? What if the monk dies? What are we gonna do? What if we're losing by points? What's our plan? What if we're winning by this? What do we do? What if we're getting our ass kicked? What do we do? What if talk about everything in every scenario that can happen. What if the monk dies? What if the water die? What if this dies? What if we're losing by points? Talk about every possible scenario. You're not gonna lose anything. So there's no confusion. So you're ready for every possible thing that might happen. Make a plan for every possible thing that might happen, so you're ready for everything. I already talked about that. So coming up soon is who do you think will win. So I'm gonna be making a video of all the people who already posted their teams, and I'm gonna like predict who's gonna like win and who's disadvantaged and who's an advantage in a later video. So I'm sorry guys, I know this video has been very long, and thank you guys for watching. Some of you might say, Nick, you're taking this a little bit seriously. And honestly guys, I quit Conquer Online because I honestly don't like the game, right? And I'm not passionate about the game whatsoever. I'm passionate about those tournaments. I want to see who's going to win. I've been waiting for this tournament for years, and I talked about this before even this tournament came out. I talked about this. I said, wouldn't this be cool if TQ got a Team PK tournament in a live stream in front of you guys? I talked about this whole thing. I'm like, I wanted this to happen for a long time. I've been talking, specifically Team PK World Cross Server. I've been talking about this for ages right now. So I've wanted this for a long time. So yeah, honestly, hate Conquer Online, but I love this event going on. That's it. That's all my videos are gonna be on until the event's over. And yeah, no more Conquer Online after that. So thank you so much, guys, and have an awesome day. Hope you guys enjoy this, and let me know what you guys team combination you guys like. All right, take care, peace.